Hey everyone, it's RidersDX here and welcome to my channel. I'm coming back at you with another video on Team Sonic Racing where I go into an in-depth analysis on the gameplay footage we were shown during E3 this week. If you like this video, then please be sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section below that you liked it, because these are still new videos to me, so I just want to make sure that I'm making videos that people want to watch, and as long as people tell me that they like them, I'm going to keep making them. Also, please subscribe to my channel below because I upload new videos every single week of all things Sonic and SpongeBob related, so you definitely don't want to miss out on my uploads. By the way, I just want to take this moment to thank you all so much for making my last Team Sonic Racing video, in which I detailed my top 5 stages I want to see in the game, so successful. I never expected it to get the views that I got in just 1 week, so thank you all so much, and I'm definitely going to make more videos like that. If you all haven't checked that video out yet, then there's a link in the top right corner of this video which you can click on right about now. But anyway, let's look into this footage and analyze the gameplay. First, I'm going to show you this character select screen which I got from that IGN footage. So this pretty much confirms that there are only going to be 15 characters like the Walmart description said. And I hate to start this video off with like negative opinions, but why are there only 15 characters in a racing game?
That's an odd number! I can't eat anything odd numbered!
There's absolutely no excuse for them to have only 15 characters in the game, especially when the previous Sega racing games had way more characters than this one is going to. Plus, this is Sumo Digital, which made the previous 2 Sonic racing games, so I just don't understand why they settled on only 15 characters. This is the series that for years got complaints of Sonic having too many friends, but when you finally have a game where having lots of friends is actually a really good thing, you're going to limit it down to 15? Like, this just seems like such a wasted opportunity. But on a more positive note, check out what the PR guy who was representing the game at E3 thought was confirmed for the game so far.
So right now, we've revealed 6 of the characters. We've revealed Team Dark, which is, Santa, or Shadow.
Now we're going to talk about the HUD, which is the HUD of the main game. So immediately you can see that not only do you see the ranking of your character that you're playing, but you also see the rankings of the teammates that you have on your team. There's also something on the, I think, middle left that you see where how the teams themselves are ranked amongst each other. There's also a ring counter on the right, and I'm really curious as to seeing like how this is going to impact the game. At first I assumed that was a certain kind of currency that you can use to buy things within the game, such as characters, customizables, or unlockables, or extras. But according to Evan, who's the PR guy, you actually collect the rings to improve your score at the end. So there's not much else I know about that, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see how it impacts whatever score you're supposed to receive at the end of each race. Also on the top of the HUD, you'll see dialogue for characters that are within the race. This is kind of similar to how in Sonic Forces you had characters speaking for you during your stages with your custom avatar. I know people had really mixed opinions on that, and I guess I'm kind of mixed too. I think there might be an option to turn them off. Well, I don't know, I'm just speaking out of my ass here, so I really don't know if they're gonna have that or not. But here are some highlights on some of my favorite dialogues I've seen. Except my things will be destroyed. Haha, messed your makeup, Rouge. Ugh, nasty wisps. Who's your daddy, Shadow? Wait, what? Now let's talk about a really big topic that a lot of people are curious about, which is the team mechanics that are going to be involved in the racing gameplay. One of the first things I noticed while watching this gameplay is when you have a team member that's in a position that's past you, they emit like this sort of yellow path behind them that you can drive on, and it will give you a boost. It's kind of similar to how the turbulence worked in Sonic Riders, except these paths are exclusive to like team members, so other people can't ride them like you can. You can also offer items to your team members and accept them from them as well if they offer them to you. This could be really helpful if you're, say, in 10th place and you need to get to the end as soon as possible. They could offer you like item after item, and this could propel you all the way to the front of the race. They also have this thing called a Team Ultimate, which I like to say is the Sonic Heroes equivalent to the Team Blast, and basically when you activate this Team Ultimate, I think all 3 team members receive like a huge boost. It's kind of like how the Superstar power worked in the All-Stars racing games, so there's not really much else to explain about that. It's basically just a huge boost. I'm not sure if it's going to differ between teams or not, but as far as I know, it's all just gonna be a huge boost. Now, on the other side of the coin, because you are playing with your teammates positions can actually affect how you progress through the game in like a Grand Prix or in like how you rank amongst the other players in the stage. Because what they do is like, even if you get like first place, if your team members got like say 8th and 9th place for example, then your team would still lose because they didn't get as many points being in 8th and 9th place, and you know, a first place position from one person can only do so much. And this is definitely a concern if you're a very competitive person but you don't have any like good friends and you have to rely on AI, then you might be a little bit frustrated with this. And I say that you might be frustrated with it because according to Evan, it doesn't really seem like there's going to be an option to play a traditional racer where you're just playing by yourself and not within a team. Check out this quote from his interview with IGN.
Cool. And it's is it possible to? I realize this is kind of like you prepared this wonderful amount of cool new features. Is it possible to just play it as a conventional racing game where everyone's for themselves?
So right now, you know, the game is really focused on the team-based mechanic. There is a single-player kind of story and adventure mode that you're able to participate, as well as kind of you do your typical time trials and stuff like that, where you are playing by yourself with 2 AI teammates. In an example here with Team Sonic, you'd have your teammate, Knuckles and Tails, helping you throughout the race.
I really do not understand why Sumo Digital wouldn't give an option to play the game as a traditional racer. One of the most important things for racing games is the ability to have options, the ability to kind of customize the experience the way that you want it to be customized. And this news, along with the limited amount of characters, just makes it seem like they're not giving us a lot of options of how we want to play the game, and that's not really a good sign in terms of how this game is going to be received by a lot of people. I feel like having a traditional racer option would be an easy fix and something that they could program pretty easily, because it's not like they're changing the gameplay much. More or less, they're taking away something out of the engine. So I hope Sumo Digital, with the limited time they have left, consider implementing that option, because I know there's a lot of people that are gonna probably get tired of the team mechanic and are gonna wish they can play it the traditional way, and I hope they give us that option. Now I'm just gonna briefly mention the power-ups that you see in here. As you all probably know, they're all wisps. Here's a picture of all the wisps that we've been able to take screenshots of from the game. I think there's like a reel in the game of the power-ups, and that's how this person was able to take a picture of all the wisps. As you can see, most of them are recognizable, but there's a couple new ones in there, so it'll be interesting to see like what all these power-ups are specifically. I already hate the fire one because it looks like it's really useful to use if you got like a bunch of people right behind you, because they're all gonna fall into that fire and slow down. But I can imagine it being really annoying for the people behind the person using it, because obviously it's gonna be really hard to avoid and it'll just really slow you down, and there's really no way to avoid it. It's hilarious. One last thing to note before I finish up this video, but someone asked Evan about the possibility of maybe some Sega cameos or some kind of mention or like representation of other Sega franchises, and this is really significant because oftentimes when the interviewer would ask questions that the answer was most likely no, Evan was pretty straightforward about it. But for this question specifically, he was like, you'll just have to see, which makes it a really good indicator that we're not going to just see purely Sonic stuff in this game. There will probably be some cameos from Sega things too. It's already confirmed that all the characters are going to be Sonic series based, but this doesn't stop them from having, say, a Nights into Dreams track or a Samba de Amigo item, or I really don't know what else they could have. Anyway, here's the quote that I got that information from.
Is there any chance we're going to see maybe costumes from other Sega properties, or
you'll just have to wait and see as we gear up towards launch.
Oh man, that sounds like a something I really would like.
Well, okay everyone, that's everything I got for my analysis of the gameplay of Team Sonic Racing. I hope you all enjoyed E3 as much as I did. There's not a lot of games I've been keeping track of that are not just Team Sonic Racing, so there's been a lot of great material, and I'm looking forward to the gaming season this coming fall. If there's anything that I missed in my analysis, then please let me know in the comment section below. And if I didn't miss anything, then let me know what you're most excited about just after seeing all the footage that we saw at E3 about Team Sonic Racing. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like these kind of videos and want to see more of them in the future. And please subscribe to my channel so that you stay up to date on my channel, because I upload new videos every single week that you don't want to miss. But okay, RidersDX is out. Bye bye.